let's go back to Dak. I want to take just a brief detour here. Cowboys signed Dak Prescott to that contract right before the season started. He got hurt, ended up playing 8 games last year. They were 3-5. He wasn't good when he did play, but obviously the Cowboys weren't good after he left either. They had no chance really with Cooper Rush and the way they were playing at that point. However, my question is this. Based on how the season went, let's say the Cowboys didn't sign him, right? So he's set for free agency. Would he have gotten the contract he got after last season? Now, he did. After the ankle injury, after the fractured ankle, he got it. But would he have gotten it this time after another injury season that knocked him out for the year? Would he have gotten the contract he got, do you think?
Well, he would have been a free agent, and the Cowboys would have had to compete with the rest of the NFL. And they finally gave him the current contract on the morning of the first Sunday of the regular season to prevent him from being in a position where he could walk away to the highest bidder. So the question would become, what does the highest bidder put on the table? He could have gotten that contract from somebody else who decided, we'll pay whatever we have to pay to get Dak Prescott. But if you miss half the season with the hamstring injury, are you getting 60? Are you getting 60 on the open market? All it takes is one team.
Yeah.
All it takes is one team to do it. I think he still gets the contract. I think one of these quarterback-starved teams would have done it. And it would have been, now, look, it would have been a brand-new contract, so maybe the average at signing wouldn't have been 60, but the average at signing wasn't 60 either for his deal. It was more like 53. So if we throw in that caveat, the average from signing around 53, I think he would have gotten the same deal. I finally answered my own question, or your question, after contradicting my own answer. First I said no, but now I say yes because it wasn't a $60 million deal. It was 53 from signing. I think he would have gotten that on the open market. There's enough teams out there that need quarterbacks, and there's enough teams out there that could sell Dak Prescott to the fan base, and that's part of this. You know, Miami couldn't have moved on from Tua because they're committed for 2 more years, but I think there's at least 1 or 2 teams out there that would have thrown a ton of money. The Jets, I think. The Giants. I didn't even think about the Giants. Between the Jets and the Giants, he would have gotten that contract. And wouldn't the Giants love to have done to the Cowboys what the Eagles did last year to the Giants? So, yes,
Absolutely.
I think the Giants would have done it, and the Giants would have paid him equivalent to whatever he's making over the next 4 years. I think he would have gotten it. Final answer. All right.
Yep.
Now, we also have, well, before we get to that, as it relates to Dak Prescott, Stephen Jones said this week regarding the hamstring injury, he's coming along. He's very thrilled with where he is. I know the trainers are too. I feel like he's doing a hell of a job. 9 games were missed last year, as you pointed out, because of that hamstring injury. And it's got to be a serious hamstring injury because most of them just heal with rest. This was something bigger than your usual hamstring injury, but he's working his way back, and they have no reason to think he won't be good to go. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.